everyone, and we are back for our new season. This is the Punters Show, and it's a very flash edition of the Punters Show. We've saved up some money while we've been off, and we've got this fantastic set that you'll see in a minute. But as always on the Punters Show, Mark Lambourne, welcome back.
G'day Dallas, and I've had nowhere to stink at all the last 3 weeks. I'm champing at the bit. But of course we've got spring coming up and I'm going to Melbourne, we're going to Melbourne, and I'm looking forward to that, first time since 1984.
Be a big carnival, looks like being a great one. Glenn Pollitt, the politically incorrect version of the Punters Show. Hello there.
Hi Dallas, how you going?
Very well, welcome back.
Yeah, we had a good break. We needed it after the Peter Landis interview that went on for 3 days.
Jesus.
Peter was very kind. He came on board and he completely smashed us.
Yeah, we lost.
Well, he's an experienced politician, and we're always 2 or 3 weeks away from a park bench. But anyway,
anyway, we had a crack anyway. But we at least asked some questions, and he's on the record saying a few things which we will pursue in the coming months.
The worst thing about the Volandis interview is I came away quite enjoying his company, which I've spent my whole life like despising him and thinking he was a narc, and he's not a bad fella actually.
You want to hang out with him?
I want to go have a beer with him afterwards. It was kind of an icky feeling.
All right, we should explain what we're doing. We're putting together the whole bells and whistles package. We thought we might as well, why not? On the show today, the slaughter of the quarter is back, boys.
You ripper.
Biggest segment we've got.
We're also going to have...
And it'll be bigger and better, won't it?
It'll be bigger and better. There will be a little bit of vision involved with it. We'll also have a market on the slaughter of the quarter coming up very soon. Special guest on the show today, Mr. John O'Shea, going to play a huge hand in the carnivals, hopefully, and John's always forthright with his opinion, coming up after the first break.
Yeah, he's a major player. Certainly much anticipated. Doesn't always deliver.
Got 2 live Melbourne Cup hopes that are, strongly fancied.
All right, look forward to hearing from John very soon. And also Alan Hatz-Aiken, who's specially flown in from Hong Kong to be on the show.
Yeah, one of our greatest fans, apparently.
We'd be moles in Hong Kong, wouldn't we? Everyone in Hong Kong loves us. Hello to all the boys there. Yeah.
Pearls of Wisdom's going to be our first event. We spruiked it going to the Peter Volandis interview, but by the time we spoken with Pete, we had nothing left. So
I had nothing left.
So you're going to say something intelligent about the punt and intellectualise something?
Yeah, each week I'll just maybe fashion an idea that I've been working on that is ready for public consumption.
All right, now the big one, Glenn Pollitt. We are bringing Miss Bondi to the world of the Punters Show.
Biggest star in the world, she is.
Yeah.
Biggest star in the world. I'm glad she's here.
I tell you what, she took over last Saturday, didn't she?
Did a good job.
She's been out and about at Rosehill with some great interviews there from players in and around, and you get to see what Camille Pollitt looks like. Miss Bondi coming up very soon. Your emails, as always. Neil Evans from Centrebet's going to join us throughout the show with markets all the way through. And if you're watching it on the internet, as you probably are, just click on the links as you go through. There'll be part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. So don't get lost as you go down through. Just look at it under the screen as we finish and wrap up and go to the break. Anyway, whilst we've been off, what's on your mind? What's been the hottest topic you think, or the hottest area that you want to discuss?
Well, the thing that we're leading into, this is August, of course, and all the good horses are coming back, and how to handle them when they're not right. And of course, most of them are looking at 2 and 3 month campaigns. So that's a really, really dicky time. And I'd also throw out there the fact that it's a bit different returning off a winter spell than it is a summer spell, because of course, seasonal conditions mean that they're spelling slightly differently. And I find this a very, very awkward month.
Because we've got to run to time on this schedule, we might discuss that with John O'Shea when he comes up on the next thing. But what's been on your mind mainly, Glenn?
Oh, the biggest thing I noticed in the break was the emergence of Blake Spriggs as a young gun rider. 5 winners that Saturday. He won the Run to the Roses, got the job with Gay. I think the way his career has gone in leaps and bounds, he's the new gun king in Sydney. And we need to rely on him to ride plenty of winners. He's going to be on plenty of fancied runners.
A meteoric rise, certainly.
All right, we mentioned that we'll have a bit more of a chat with that, as I mentioned, with John O'Shea. But as I mentioned, joining us on the Punters Show, old mate of mine, Neil Evans from Centrebet. Hello there.
Dallas, how are you? Hello to everyone. And
I always welcome the guests.
Sorry, Glenn.
G'day, Neil.
What a pleasure. Mark.
Oh, hang on.
3 wise men of racing. I'm delighted to be here. 3 wise men of racing. New set. Viewer landscape out there, Dallas, expanding by the minute. And of course, we've got this federal election coming up,
lovely.
mate.
Well, you'll be bringing us markets throughout, but
Yes.
the big story, obviously, for the week is we've got a federal election on Saturday,
Indeed.
not just Warwick Stakes Day. Evo is the man who sets the markets for it. He's across it. He knows every election. What's your market up there, Evo?
Yeah, the phone's going off at 5:30 every morning at the moment. But look, Labor is still a clear favourite, boys. They're $1.28. The Coalition is way over the odds, I feel, at $3.60. We're betting on the line. You can see there's a lot of money. The Coalition getting 6.5 seed start. There's a nice little tip, because I tell you it's going to be pretty tight. Into $1.70, even money for Labor, giving up 6.5. That's just the 2 major parties going head to head in a seat count. All sorts of markets. The hung Parliament market is shortened. And the big thing here, boys, the seat betting. The marginals around the land tells us the coalition are getting very, very, very close. So that has to shorten up those outright prices.
All right, Evo, we'll come back and get a good thing in the election because there has been a big moves in a couple of the seats, but also markets for all the feature races, which is relevant to what we're talking about. Take a break. This is part one of the Punters Show. Back with John O'Shea very soon.